quite a while since we had a real boss battle. Okay, let's do this and take down Bane. You trade a few punches and it seems to be going pretty well. Then... it may not be as easy as I originally thought. This fight is weird. Most of the time you have to just avoid him because he's in some kind of superpowered state where you can't hurt him. Then after a while you get the prompt to ultra stun him, and if you're too far away, too bad. You have to figure out how to get close enough to do it without him grabbing you. The idea is to stun him, then use the beatdown to weaken him. At the end of the beatdown you rip out a couple of hoses on his back. That brings his health down. So a few of those is how we're going to beat him, right? Wrong. Every time you reach a certain score with him, he does that and powers up again, and you can't hurt him. You're slowly taking his overall health down, but he can do this anytime it looks like you're getting close to winning, and we don't have any way to replenish our own armor. So you can get him down to 1 bar like this and still have this happen. Plus, we have goons to deal with after the first time he does his power-up thingy.
Just how fast can you move?
Then again, Bane will usually deal with them for us. Sometimes he gets really creative. After the umpteenth time I thought I had him and he did that again, the game started being not so much fun. I had visions of fighting Bane in an endless loop forever, with the result always me getting killed. The biggest problem I was having here was lack of health. The scene always started with my armor basically at 0 and my health iffy. There's no way to back up and replay a section that I could find, so finally I said just go with it and started over. I played through the whole thing again, and along the way I did do one other side quest. I went after the Penguin's arms caches. When I finished that, I returned to the task at hand. This time I came into the Bane fight with a lot better stats, and I managed to not only get him down to that 1 bar, but I avoided him until he powered up the last time. I dealt with him and got ready to beat him down one final time.
This rooftop's getting too hot.
Gordon's men have lousy timing. But I can still get him, can't I? After all that, I do get to finish this, right?
You got off easy.
Oh, come on! I assume that was a tracker we threw on him, but seriously? I don't even get to finish the fight?
Just where do you think you're going, huh?
The Joker falls off the roof, so I guess gravity will take care of him and we can go after Bane.
Oh, back for more, eh?
Joker is baffled. Why would Batman do that? Why would he save the guy who's trying to kill him? Batman gets interrupted before he can really give an answer.
Freeze!
Don't move, freak! I think he's talking to you. Take him down! Down!
They take him to Blackgate, where a psychiatrist is assigned to examine him. We get a look into the Joker's mind as he tells the doctor how his life changed tonight. He met someone who has changed the way he looks at everything. While he relates this, we get to see somebody's bad acid trip reaching its peak with a replay of Batman saving the Joker. Of course, Batman is the person the Joker is talking about, but he lets the doctor think otherwise.
My name's Harleen. Harleen Quinzel.
What a pretty name. Do your friends call you Harley?
Oh, I don't have a lot of friends.
Well, Harley, you got one now.
She's been giggling like a teenager the whole time he's been talking to her. My question? What idiot hired her? If there's a more obvious flake on the planet, I haven't seen it. Did anybody look at her background? Or were they too busy looking at her assets? However it happened, another big piece of the Batman world is about to be born. Back in the Batcave, Batman is listening to police chatter when he hears that they gunned down a huge guy. Batman is going to head to Police HQ to examine the body.
Well, before you leave, I've run some tests on the compound you found at the steel mill. Looks like a match for your globular projectile for non-lethal restraint.
You mean the glue grenade?
Indeed. The resin has finished curing. It's at your workbench. Of course, I'd recommend testing it here in the lab before you go, but I'm sure you won't listen to me. You never do.
Pick up the glue grenade and explain to Alfred that it's called field testing. I think Alfred would call it something else if he wasn't such a gentleman. And he's not finished.
Master Bruce, stop! Master Bruce. Bruce, I will not in good conscience allow you to go. You're outmatched by these assassins.
What?
You're not some hardened vigilante. You're a young man with a trust fund and too much anger. You're in over your head, and I don't want this to be your end.
Alfred, who do you see when you look at me? The boy whose shoes you used to tie every morning? The teenager you drove to his first date? While you are here every night, I am out there. The only thing between the innocent and the predator.
Be.
No, not may be. I am. When the mugger or the thief stops to think twice, that is fear. That is what I am. That is why they hired assassins, because I am the reason the criminals breathe easier when the sun rises. So no, Alfred, I am not in over my head. Tonight will not be my end, but it will be theirs.
Batman storms off without answering. Obviously, he didn't read this screen. No XP for you, young man. Alfred calls on the radio and apologizes because after all it's Christmas, or something like that. You make your way to that manhole that you came out of last time you were here and start through the tunnels. So that's what it does. You can also use it to immobilize bad guys for a short time, but this is one of the things you'll use it for the most. When you come to a place where you have to get past some water, you find yet another use for it. Instant Island. Now you can use the bat claw to pull yourself along thanks to those conveniently placed rings on the walls. You make your way into the morgue and examine the body. It's not Bane, but it's a guy using a chemical similar to the one Bane uses. It enhances physical size and strength, but damages memory. While you're there, you pick up Bane's tracker again. Let's go after him. But first, let's blow a hole in the floor, just so nobody knows we were here. Once I found my way out of that place, I hopped a Batwing to the area where his tracker was. When I got there, I decided to check out the source of a mysterious SOS signal. Turns out it was a trap by SWAT to catch the Batman.
Look for survivors.
I could have gotten away by myself. I don't know what happened there, but there were no survivors. Batman sets up a crime scene and investigates the evidence. A shot from an impossible distance took down the helicopter. There's only one person who could do that. Deadshot, another of the assassins. How will we find him? Easy, just follow the red line. Follow the line to where he fired the shot and you find a bullet casing. It has numbers on it that look like a radio frequency.
Hello, Batman. I see you decoded my message. Well done. But I'm afraid playtime's over. Come meet me at the bank so I can put a bullet in you and collect my prize. Oh, and in case you're thinking of Batman, I've got a hostage and a very itchy trigger finger.
Since that's actually a side mission, I put it on the back burner and went after Bane. He has snipers all around his headquarters, so first I took them out. I did as many as I could with silent takedowns just for kicks. Then this happened.
The bat appears!
That just happened occasionally. A prompt wouldn't appear no matter what I did, and hitting the usual button did nothing. It didn't happen that often, just enough to make me want to bite a piece off my controller. Meanwhile, I got down and took care of the last of the guys guarding Bane.
This is impossible! Bane must not learn of my...
So that's the restraint Alfred was talking about. Inside, you have to make your way through some more sewers and such. Then you run into these guys who move so fast your strike cues can't keep up. I need to beat this guy down. Not the aerial attack, the shield guy isn't by me. Give me the beatdown cue. Okay, here's shield guy, so I need the aerial attack. Not the beatdown! Hello? Game? Are you listening? That's a common problem, as we've seen. I don't know if it's a porting issue or a system issue or what, but it does get frustrating. Still, Batman is the good guy, so eventually you win. You head into Bane's HQ. The tracker is there, but he's not. What was that all about?
Alfred, Bane knows who I am. You're not safe at Wayne Manor.
Got it. I'll call the police.
No, I can't risk them discovering my identity as well. Just secure yourself in the Batcave.
What are you going to do?
I'm on my way to you. I'll figure something out.
Oh, crap. We need to get to the Batcave quick. Backtrack to that water where we just toss in a glue grenade to make an instant island, then land on it. Then land on it. Then land on it! Don't judge me. Before you can get too far, you hear a police call about Firefly. He's got hostages on the Pioneer Bridge, and he's placed bombs on the bridge, ready to blow as soon as Batman appears. Batman tells Alfred he'll be safe in the Batcave, but he has to go rescue the hostages. It's his fault they're in danger, because Firefly doesn't know the Joker is in jail and there's no more bounty. How that's his fault, I'm not sure. But this is Bruce Wayne we're talking about. He can find a way to blame himself for the weather. I just liked that one. I went around and found all of the data packs that the handler had revealed in this area, and I discovered something important. 9 of the 10 are revealed in that area. The 10th is who knows where. I never did find it. I found packs for lots of other files, but couldn't find the 10th one for this one. So I still don't know what happens if you find all 10 pieces of a file. If you know, please enlighten me in the comments. I think next time I play, I'll find one data handler, go around and find everything he reveals, then move to another one and try it like that. Or I'll just go beat the snot out of every data handler and reveal everything and run around like a squirrel gathering nuts for winter. I haven't decided yet. I finally decided to go take on Firefly. We use the Batwing to get his attention and draw him away so Batman can approach the bridge and hopefully disarm Firefly's bombs.
Gordon would never order a breach if he knew about Firefly's bombs. I've got to stop him before he sends his men into a trap.
You make your way into the interior of the bridge and track down a bunch of Firefly's men guarding a huge bomb.
How many bombs are on this bridge?
4! 4! One here, one directly above us, in the bridge sublevel, and one more at each end of the bridge. Those are the big ones. That's all of them, I promise.
Then I promise you a good night's sleep.
4, not 3. These people don't understand how the game universe works. This is going to upset the entire balance of game reality. Don't be surprised if we all suddenly wink out and reappear as 4-armed game controllers. Then again, don't be surprised if nothing happens. That's also a possibility.
One bomb down, now to find the other 3.
You move along and come to where some bad guys are holding Brandon. He's the crooked SWAT guy who's been after your head all night and who's been doing everything he can to keep Gordon out of action. You take out the bad guys and then talk to him.
It was never Sionis. The Joker put up the bounty, and now he's behind bars.
I heard, but I still got a score to settle with you.
I'm giving you the rest of the night off.
I admit that felt good. Moving on, you save some hostages and disarm the second bomb. But Gordon has closed a fire door to this section of the bridge.
Gordon, open the fire door in the train depot so I can disarm Firefly's bomb at the north end of the bridge.
Get off this frequency! Now!
Listen, I'm on my way to disarm the bomb at the south end. Have this door open by the time I get back.
You let me do my job, and stay the hell out of my way!
He's no help, so we call in the ultimate weapon, Alfred. Batman tells him to get the codes to open the door while he goes to disarm the bomb at the other end. Just as you're about to blow a hole in a wall to keep going, Firefly decides to help you.
This is not going to be easy.
You pick your way through the wreckage until you come to the third bomb, take out the guys guarding it, and disarm it. 1 to go. Better hope Gordon changed his mind and got that door open.
Sir, I have those fire door codes you asked for.
Then again, who needs a mere mortal like Gordon? We have Alfred.
Okay, I'll call you when I'm at the door.
I also thought I'd let you know the hostages you released have escaped. They're telling tales of a hero who saved their lives.
I'm not looking for praise, Alfred.
I figured you'd say that. Would it kill you to lighten up a bit, sir?
Considering the last time he smiled, his face split wide open and it took 3 plastic surgeons to put it back together, you never know. Better not take the chance. Alfred opens the fire door and you head for the last bomb. Why am I in a side-scroll game all of a sudden? Batman's sidekick is supposed to be Robin, not Mario. Before you can get to the last bomb, Firefly intervenes. That ride is coming soon to Disney World. We're setting up for the big battle. First, you gum up his works. Then you pelt him with your endless supply of batarangs for a while. You have to do that several times, of course, before he turns you into Bat Barbecue. Then again, sometimes nothing beats a good old punch in the face. During the fight, you learn that Gordon's team has disarmed the last bomb, so Firefly is no longer a threat to anyone but you. Isn't that comforting?
I've got one way out of this. Right on. My only option is to grapple onto Firefly.
Your reward for surviving that crazy-ass stunt is, you win.
You need a new hobby.
And a nice mic drop line. Batman is speeding back to the Batcave and tries to call Alfred. Bane answers. He hints that he's done something very bad to Alfred.
Alfred! Alfred! My detective vision is down. Hang on, Alfred.
The computer isn't working. I need to restore detective vision before I can find Alfred. There, that should do it.
Alfred! Alfred!
Alfred! Alfred! Oh, hey, I need to fix the computer. There! That should do it. Alfred! Alfred!
Alfred! Alfred!
Alfred, you can't.
Don't add me to the weight you carry.
You cannot be serious. We can't be killing Alfred off in a prequel. There's gotta be more to this. Hey, wait a minute. I'm wearing shot gloves.
Come on, damn it!
You're going to be all right.
Bruce is in a slump. He can't defend Gotham if he can't even defend his own home. He's ready to give up. But Alfred won't let him. He explains that even Batman needs allies because there's too much out there for any one man to deal with. Bruce gets the message.
One alert. The Joker has escaped from his cell and is leading the riots at Blackgate. Repeat, the Joker has taken over the entire prison. Multiple casualties, multiple hostages. Again, we have lost Blackgate. Captain Gordon is calling on anyone for assistance.
They need you. No. They need us.
At Blackgate, a bunch of prisoners are talking about killing some guards. You change their minds and they take naps instead.
Thanks for...
I could use your help. Captain Gordon's on his way. Secure the gates for him, then help him lock this place down. The Joker cannot be allowed out of here.
Yes, sir. We're on it.
You make your way into the prison and take out a bunch of armed goons holding hostages. One of them is the good Dr. Quisnell.
Are you okay?
What's it to you?
You were almost killed.
Occupational hazard. Look, I know why you're here. He's in the Panopticon, and he's waiting for you.
If Batman doesn't foresee trouble with her, then again, Batman misses a lot. Let's go put the Joker away. Again.
Let him go!
Batman actually thinks the Joker is going to let Warden Joseph go because he says so.
I understand you. You had a chance to let me die, and you didn't take it. I bet right now you're wishing you had. I've killed a lot of people. I brought the city to its knees, crippled the police force, and it's not even time to unwrap our presents. Ship it!
Let's do this.
Bane again. Alfred, I found Bane.
Okay. So, what our friend Bane holds in his hand is a heart monitor. Once he clamps it on, every beat of his bacon little heart will charge the battery on this electric chair. And when it's fully charged... So either you kill Bane...
No, I won't kill him.
But you will. You will fight me with all your resolve, or you will die. Someone is going to die. You, me, or the clown.
I'm gonna vote for not me. That leaves you two to figure it out. I'm out of here.
The question of which one of us it is in your hands.
While you fight Bane, Gordon comes in and rescues Warden Joseph from the Joker's men. He sees what's going on and makes a really bad decision.
Oh, good lord.
Careful, Jim. When that chair goes off, that's 2,000 volts. You won't make it.
You don't need to.
Jim. Have a seat, Jimbo. We'll fry together like two little potato latkes.
I got a pulse.
I'm gonna jumpstart your heart.
Kill you again. May you find the peace in death that you did not find in life.
I'm not looking for peace.
But it looks suspiciously like Batman has an idea. As soon as he can deal with these goofballs, that is. This works just like before. Ultra stun him, beat him down, rip out some hoses, stun and beat down again, beat and stun down again, down, beat and do some stunning dancing, and the goons come out to make things even more confusing. A lot of the time I just bounced around like Ricochet Rabbit while Bane took care of the goons himself. Then I could go to work on him. As he's exiting, the Joker tries to shoot Joseph. Gordon jumps in front of him and takes the bullet in his vest.
He's got my gun! Gordon, Joseph, I need your help to stop the Joker. Our help? You're the so-called vigilante. Or is one kill enough for you tonight? Bane's in cardiopulmonary arrest. I have only minutes to resuscitate him before it's too late. You mean you didn't? That's not how I do things. Now go.
A few hits with the shot gloves and Bane is revived.
You leave me no choice, Mr. Wayne.
Maybe a little too revived. Batman blows a hole in the floor and you both drop down into some super duper cells with electrified doors.
Alfred, what do we know about TN1, the compound I found in Bane's lab?
I'll start looking into it now, sir.
Alfred learns that if Batman can't take him out in 10 minutes, the compound will reach full potency and he'll kill Batman with one hit. Let's make sure that doesn't happen. It doesn't sound like much fun. I tried a basic takedown. That didn't work. That's because I didn't point him in the right direction. Those electrified cell doors are what's going to defeat him. You have to knock him into those enough times and beat him down enough times and all that good stuff. It's hard as oh my goodness because there's a point where he just starts running laps around the place and it's almost impossible to catch up with him to take him down. I thought I'd try from a wall grate.
Alfred's right. I can't take Bane in a fist fight. I'll have to think.
I could not get a prompt for one. No matter how far away I was, I always got the prompt for the floor grate and was never able to get into the ducts. Just more issues with the cues, but this one cost me dearly. I lost track of how many times Bane killed me because I couldn't get away into one of these things. You saw that, right? No floor grate in sight, but that's the prompt it was giving me for the wall grate. What's going on here? Well, eventually, you managed to take him into enough electric walls to take his health down to 0.
It's over, Alfred. I've defeated Bane.
Master Bruce! Master Bruce, are you alright?
Defeat, verb. To overcome in a contest, election, battle, etc. Prevail over, vanquish. I don't think it means what Batman just said. Gadgets to the rescue. Bane is down for the count and Batman has him trussed up so he can't get away.
Master Bruce, can you hear me?
Yes, and thank you for the help with Bane.
I trust he's down for good this time.
He's secure, and it appears the TN1 Bane took damaged his memory permanently.
Does that mean he won't be revealing your identity?
Looks that way.
Isn't that convenient?
Glad to hear it, sir. And the Joker?
He's still on the loose, but not for long.
You help Gordon keep a bunch of goons off of Joseph and discover that he's a pretty good fighter himself. The showdown with the Joker is mostly cutscene. The most amazing thing is how much of a pounding he can take. What is this guy made of? When he's finally unconscious, Gordon comes in and says any of his guys would have killed him.
You know, my daughter thinks you're a hero. But I still have to bring you in.
Seriously? He saved your butt, he saved many, many butts, and you're gonna play it that way. Amazing.
Gordon, come in. What's your 20?
I'm in the chapel. We got the Joker.
Son of a bitch. You caught him. And how did you do that?
Even more amazing that he thought he could do it. We end with Gordon talking to his daughter and saying maybe she's right. Maybe this guy can give the city something to believe in. And a tenuous friendship is born. To say nothing of a legend in the annals of villainy. I like the look of this game. Batman's costume looks early and a little clunky, functional but not nearly as streamlined as the later ones that we see in the other games. The Joker has his basic look defined, but he hasn't really polished it up yet. Veteran voice actor Troy Baker did a good job taking over the role of the Joker from Mark Hamill and making it his own. Batman's somewhat limited number of gadgets, for example, we don't have the zipline thing, the fact that he gets several of them by taking them off other guys, it all has a feel that says early. We're just starting to feel our way along here and sort out how this whole being Batman thing is going to go. We don't have a Batmobile yet. Not that we actually drive one when we do, but you know what I mean. The city still isn't sure the Bat really exists, and if he does, Jim Gordon wants nothing more than to shut him down. The story, the setting, the visuals, they all make the relative time frame very clear in a wonderfully subtle way. It's just too bad the issues with the controls and bad cues and such make it such a frustration to play. Even with all that, I really enjoyed it, but it could have been so much better if everything was working right. Still, I'm definitely going to play this again. There's so much I didn't get to, and that's just in the main game. I haven't even gone near the challenge maps, and I'm going to do some of that because there are upgrades you can only unlock by doing the challenges, and I really want some of those upgrades. All in all, even with the technical issues, this is a good addition to the series and it fits well with the story. We've seen the end of Batman's greatest nemesis, now we've seen the beginning. So where do we go from here? It may take a while to find out because I don't currently have a system that can play Arkham Knight. I'm working on that. In the meantime, we've got some other series that we're looking into, and don't forget Atomania. Thanks for watching. I'm Irving, and I have no life, just like you. Something I realized while I was watching my footage and editing this, I never went back to Deadshot. Is he still sitting at the bank waiting for me? I bet he's getting hungry by now. Probably really has to pee, too.